Ever wondered about those unseen forces, the ones that seem to shape our destinies? Or maybe how our actions, even really small ones, might echo through time in surprising ways? What if, like a simple act of kindness could just immediately transform someone's suffering, right now? Or maybe what if that deep, overwhelming grief we sometimes feel could be eased by some kind of ancient insight? Well, today we're doing a deep dive into a really fascinating collection of ancient texts. They're known as the Petavatthu. That translates roughly to stories of hungry ghosts. Our mission here is to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge about karma, compassion, and the profound impact of generosity. We want to give you a bit of a shortcut to understanding these timeless principles. You'll get some surprising insights, I think, into the consequences of both good and bad deeds, and maybe discover how this ancient wisdom can shed light on, universal human experiences we all face. Our sources for this are specific excerpts from a section called Tu Ubbarivagga. It details various encounters with these beings called petas, beings in a state of suffering because of past unwholesome actions. These stories, they offer a unique window into Buddhist karmic theory and the real power of acts of merit. Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. What exactly is a peta, and what kind of realm or state are we talking about when we discuss their suffering?
Right, that's the crucial starting point. The Peta realm, well, it's not just some abstract, spooky idea. It's depicted as a specific state, a very vivid state of intense suffering. Often it's characterized by this extreme, insatiable hunger and thirst. And these beings, they're essentially experiencing a direct karmic consequence. Paying the price, you could say, for past unskillful actions, particularly things like miserliness, real deep-seated stinginess,
Okay.
or even actively hindering others' good deeds. Their suffering is really a direct echo of their choices.
Wow. The texts paint such a vivid picture, almost chilling, of what they endure. It's not just like feeling a bit off. It sounds profound, visceral almost.
Absolutely. And what's particularly striking is how their physical appearance and their suffering are portrayed as direct manifestations, direct results of their previous actions and attitudes.
So what do they look like?
Well, we get these descriptions like being naked, ill-favored, emaciated, veins visible, ribs sticking out. A truly stark image, skeletal almost. And this isn't just casual description. It's meant to convey the sheer depth of their deprivation.
I can almost picture it. It sounds horrific. Are there specific stories that really bring this torment to life?
Oh, definitely. Take the Sariputta Petavatthu. We can just call it the story of the naked Peta for simplicity. This particular Peta, she was described as naked, emaciated, suffering from hunger and thirst for 500 years.
400 years.
Yeah. And her suffering was explicitly linked to her past life. Her parents, her relatives, they never encouraged her to give donations, with a pure heart to monks and Brahmins.
So it wasn't just her actions, but the lack of encouragement, too.
Exactly. It suggests generosity isn't just about doing good, but also fostering it, encouraging it in others.
That's a nuance. And I remember reading one, it gets even more graphic, doesn't it? Something about a truly repulsive diet.
It does. The Sariputta Therasa Matu Petavatthu. That's the story of Sariputta's own mother as a Peta.
His mother.
Yes. And she describes this horrific diet. Things like discarded spit, mucus, phlegm, fat from burning bodies, blood from women in childbirth, blood from wounds, fresh blood of animals and humans.
That's incredibly disturbing.
It is, and it's not just a metaphor for discomfort. It emphasizes the extreme, repulsive nature of the suffering. It's a direct karmic outcome. The purity of what she can consume has been utterly corrupted by her past actions.
So it's like this almost macabre, ironic justice, the universe holding up a mirror.
You've hit on it perfectly. Yeah. Consider Dhanapala from the Dhanapala Petavatthu, Dhanapala story. He was a wealthy merchant, but incredibly miserly, faithless. And he didn't just hoard his wealth. He actively destroyed public things like ponds, wells, things people needed.
Destroyed them.
Yes. And he describes suffering for 55 years. No food, no drink. He laments, I, having done no good deeds, having done evil, have fallen into the realm of petas, afflicted by hunger and thirst.
So his actions against the community.
Yeah.
Denying water.
Manifested as his own extreme deprivation. Exactly. Prolonged thirst and hunger.
It seems the impact isn't just from active harm then. It's also from stopping good. or even just ill will.
Absolutely. That's highlighted really vividly in the Uttaramatu Petavatthu, or Uttara's mother's story. This Paya suffered for 55 years because every single time she tried to drink water from the Ganges, it turned into blood right in front of her.
No.
Yes, and it was a direct result of her stinginess in life. She'd verbally abused her son, Uttara, her own son, for making offerings to monks. And she cursed him. She actually said, "May that offering turn into blood for you in the other world."
And it turned into blood for her.
Her own hateful words, born of that malice and greed, they literally manifested as her personal torment.
These descriptions,
Yeah.
they're truly harrowing. Incredibly specific retribution. But surely the stories don't just dwell on despair. Is there any hope? Any path to relief for these beings?
Yes, absolutely. And that's where the deeper message really shines through. A really compelling aspect is how these accounts show the profound and often immediate impact of compassion and acts of generosity, Donna, when they're offered on behalf of others.
Offered on behalf of them. How does that work?
It's this concept called merit transfer, the idea that good deeds done by the living, when consciously dedicated to a peta, can directly alleviate their suffering.
Wow. Okay, so it's a shift from total despair to immediate relief.
Yes.
That sounds almost miraculous.
It often is portrayed that way. Remember the naked Peta story?
Yes.
Sariputta sees her naked, emaciated, and out of compassion, he does something simple. He offers a mouthful of food, a small piece of cloth, some water to monks. But crucially, he dedicates the merit to her, and immediately she transforms into this radiant, beautifully adorned goddess, abundant food, clothes, described as more than King Nanda's entire kingdom.
Incredible.
And even a beautiful lotus pond filled with cool, sweet-smelling water. It's an instant, complete change.
So even a relatively small act, if the intention is pure and it's dedicated, can have this huge effect.
Exactly. It seems it's less about the quantity sometimes and more about the quality of intention and the dedication.
Right.
And it wasn't just Sariputta acting alone. In his mother's story, the Sariputta Matu Petavatthu, he, Moggallana, and Anuruddha, other prominent monks, they collectively built 4 huts for the Sangha, the monastic community, offered food and drink, dedicated the merit to his suffering mother.
And she transformed too.
Instantly into a pure, beautifully robed goddess. It's a powerful testament to collective action, collective compassion.
This theme just keeps repeating. What about Mata? That story.
Right, Mata's story. She was suffering various afflictions covered in dust, itching, naked, foul smell.
All those specific things we talked about earlier.
Exactly. And she asks her former co-wife, Tisa, for help. Tisa responds by feeding 8 monks and dedicating the merit.
And Mata
immediately transforms. Radiant goddess expresses gratitude, offers blessings to Tisa. Again, that direct, powerful link.
And Nanda, the harsh Peta, same outcome.
Indeed. In Nanda's story, she was described as harsh, ill-favored. She asks her former husband, Nandasena, to make an offering to virtuous monks on her behalf.
Virtuous monks specifically.
Yes. And Nandasena offers lavish things: food, drink, clothes, seats, umbrellas, perfume, garlands, sandals, all to virtuous, dispassionate, learned monks. And he dedicates it.
And she transforms.
She transforms. Pure, beautifully adorned goddess. It underscores that even past harshness can be overcome by dedicated merit given purely.
It seems like the quality of the recipient really matters here too. They often mention monks, the Sangha. Is that a specific point?
That's a very astute observation, and it's brought into sharp focus in the Petavatthu. We can call it the story of the miserly householder and his daughter.
Okay.
So this miserly guy becomes a naked peta, his daughter makes an offering to Brahmins, and he gets just a single meal out of it.
Just one meal.
Right. But then he requests a king make a great offering, specifically to the Buddha and the Sangha, and dedicate it to him.
Targeting the offering.
Exactly. And upon that dedication, he transforms into a powerful, radiant yaka, like a powerful nature spirit, enjoying immense wealth, exclaiming, "I am a yaka endowed with great power. No human power is equal to mine."
Wow.
So that story really highlights the profound impact of giving to the most worthy recipients. Their purity amplifies the merit.
So there's a lot of precision to this karmic law, isn't there? It's not just be good. Well, it's how you're good, to whom, and how even small negative things have very specific results.
That's a key insight, yes. The stories reveal this highly detailed moral economy. Every nuance matters. Action, intention, specific consequences. It's not some vague cosmic scale. It's very direct cause and effect, like you said, a mirror.
Can you give us more of those precise examples? Mata's story had those specific afflictions, right?
Yeah.
Dust, Itching.
It did. It's a perfect illustration, her being dust-covered, because she threw dust on her co-wife Tissa.
Okay.
The itching. She put monkey itch powder in Tissa's bed.
Oh, no.
Nakedness. She stole Tissa's clothes before a party. The foul smell. She threw Tissa's perfumes and garlands in a cesspit.
Good grief.
And her destitution, her poverty as a peta, came from not giving when she had wealth. Each affliction, a direct karmic mirror.
That's incredibly specific. It really drives home that mirror idea. And the water turning to blood, that was another direct reflection of a curse.
Absolutely. Uttara's mother's story, her inability to drink, the water becoming blood. It was the exact echo of her jealous curse. May that offering turn into blood for you.
Wow.
Her hateful words literally shaped her next experience, down to the very substance she needed to survive.
And then there's that truly bizarre one. The dog, Kenkamata. That takes specific karma to another level. How does that fit?
It's one of the most vivid, almost unsettling examples. Kantami Petavatthu, the story of the dog. Kantamuta, you have this beautiful celestial being enjoying a grand life. But every midnight, she's tormented by this dog, Kantamuta, who literally eats her flesh and bones.
It eats her every night.
Every night. Then she bathes, she's restored, until the next midnight. And her suffering, it stems directly from a false oath in a past life. She declared, "If I have been unfaithful to my husband, may this dog Kansama eat my limbs."
You named the dog in the oath.
She did. Her lie and the specific graphic curse she invoked herself manifested as her nightly torture.
That's an astonishing level of detail. Quite grim. It might sound, to a modern listener, incredibly harsh, almost vengeful.
That's a really important question. What these stories emphasize isn't really vengeance, though. It's more about the unfailing precision of cause and effect. Less about a punishing God, more about the inherent nature of reality. Actions naturally ripen into consequences.
Okay.
But the key insight, I think, is that even amidst these precise outcomes, the potential for transformation always remains. Through merit transfer, through compassion from others.
Right, it's not fixed forever.
Exactly. Past actions dictate present circumstances, maybe, but the present always holds the potential for new, liberating actions. It's dynamic, not static judgment.
That helps clarify it. Not vengeful, just precise. And some stories highlight the opposite, too, right? How small actions, or even just intentions, yield great results, especially depending on the recipient.
This is where the Akura Petavatthu, Akura's story, is so insightful. It offers this powerful comparison. We learn about a poor tailor, couldn't give much himself, but he earned this miraculous golden hand dripping honey and juices.
Oh.
Simply by enthusiastically directing beggars to a generous householder named Asaiha, always pointing with his right hand.
He was pointing the way.
Yes. It highlights the merit of anumadana, rejoicing in or even just encouraging others' good deeds. That itself creates merit.
That's a beautiful concept. Earning merit by helping others give or just being happy for them. What was the contrast to that in the story?
The contrast is stark. Another peta in the same story. He had crooked fingers, a twisted mouth, weeping eyes.
Why?
Because he used to make a twisted mouth face, a sneer, to discourage beggars from Asaiha's house, actively hindering generosity. The physical deformities were a direct reflection of his inner aversion, his obstructive actions. Even subtle gestures of malice have consequences.
So it's not just the action, but the intention, even the subtle gestures.
Yeah.
Wow. And then there's that famous comparison in Okura's story about the quality of the recipient, which seems almost counterintuitive given how much Okura himself gave.
This is one of the deepest insights, I think. Truly thought-provoking. Okura, yes, he was this magnificent giver, countless wagon loads of food for years.
Huge generosity.
Huge! Yet another person in Dhaka gave only one spoonful of alms. Just one. But he gave it to the venerable Anuruddha, an arahant, a fully enlightened being.
Okay.
And in Dhaka surpassed Okura in heavenly rewards. The Buddha explains this apparent paradox. He says, essentially, planting much seed in bad soil doesn't yield much fruit. Giving much to the immoral doesn't yield abundant fruit. Conversely, even a small deed done to the virtuous yields great fruit. It emphasizes giving to the salavantesu gukavantesu, the virtuous, the worthy, the recipient's purity, their moral conduct, their spiritual development. It amplifies the merit profoundly.
These stories, they focus a lot on the afterlife, karma, but they also touch on really human things, don't they? Like loss, grief, impermanence.
Yes, absolutely. What's fascinating is how these narratives offer this unique lens, a way to understand our attachments, the whole cycle of existence, and potentially transform our emotional responses. They show how wisdom, truly understood, can soothe even the deepest grief.
Like the story of Krishna and his son losing a child.
Yeah.
That's unimaginable. How did the wisdom help him?
Right, the Petavatthu, Krishna's story. He's deep in grief. His brother, Gato, tries to console him. First, he asks Krishna to do something impossible, bring him a moon hair, just to make a point.
Okay.
Then, Gato gently explains that everyone is subject to death. Kings, Brahmins, ascetics, even arahants, the fully liberated ones, everyone dies.
The universality of it.
Exactly. This universal truth, this wisdom of impermanence, it alleviates Krishna's grief, makes him feel cool and calmed. It shifted his perspective from intense personal loss to an unavoidable universal reality.
That's a powerful way to reframe grief, not denying it, but putting it in a bigger context. And Queen Ubari's story, that deals with grief too, but maybe even more expansively.
Indeed. The Petavatthu, Queen Ubari's story. She's inconsolable after her husband, King Brahmadatta, dies. A sage approaches her, asks her which Brahmadatta she grieves.
Which one?
Yes, he reveals that 86,000 kings named Brahmadatta have been cremated on that very spot, and she had been chief queen to all of them in successive lives.
86,000.
86,000. The sage teaches her about the endless cycle of rebirth, how she's been male, female, even animals. Shows the impermanence of all attachments, all identities, across countless lives.
That scale, it's mind-boggling. It puts any single loss into a totally different perspective.
Exactly. That profound insight, it calms her grief. It leads her to renounce worldly life, pursue meditation, a path to liberation.
That wisdom literally untangled her attachment by showing its true nature. Not just this king is gone, but all identities, all relationships are fleeting across this vast cycle.
Precisely. It's like an aha moment that transcends personal sorrow, offers a path to peace through deeply understanding existence itself. Seeing the bigger picture frees you from the grip of singular attachments.
So today we've seen how these ancient texts, the Petavatthu, they vividly illustrate the precise nature of karma, almost like a mirror. How our intentions, our words, our actions, they can create specific, sometimes really startling consequences. We've explored the huge power of dana, generosity, not just in transforming suffering, but shaping our own futures too.
Yeah.
And emphasizing the importance of, well, both the giver's intention and the recipient's virtue.
Right. That interaction is key.
And we've glimpsed how a deeper understanding of impermanence, this universal truth, can offer a real path through even the deepest grief. These aren't just, ancient tales or myths from long ago. They offer timeless lessons. They really resonate today. They encourage us, I think, to consider the far-reaching impact of everything we do. Our generosity, sure, but also our words, even our grudges, our subtle intentions. Not just in this moment, but in ways that ripple out across lifetimes, according to these texts. It's a powerful reminder that every choice truly matters in ways we could maybe scarcely imagine. So here's a final thought, maybe something for you to mull over as you go about your day. Consider the everyday choices you make, not just what you do, but how you feel about what others do, or even the words you speak, maybe in anger or jealousy. How might these seemingly small acts reverberate in ways we can barely imagine, shaping not only your own future perhaps, but the conditions of those around you, seen and unseen? It's a profound thought to carry with you.